What's up, y'all? It's your boy. Can't wait to get the swivel swing arm boom mic holder stand. That's gonna be it's gonna be nice. It'll clip right here and get that dick in my face. Yeah, I'm already thirsty. All this thinking about talking got me thirsty. I want to give a shout out. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. I was just listening to rap music. I want to promote Tim Dillon's podcast. The dude is hilarious. Little dark, but my God, do I enjoy in these dark times listening to Tim Dillon's podcast. I don't do his Patreon because ain't nobody got no money for that. Yeah, these are trying times for some, but it is pretty good to be in the medical health, the medical industry, especially in the military. I was texting the guy I sold my Forerunner to. I used to have a 2016 TRD Pro Forerunner. Big fan, no good on gas. So, and then also wrecked it a couple times. But I was texting the dude, asking him some questions if I included something in the car or not. He got laid off. That shit sucks, man. And, that could happen to my wife, but we still have my income. But hoping for the best. Sucks out there. We'll get over it. Or we'll ride in the streets. Fucking. Man, there's so many. Oh, no. I don't know if I can, actually talk about that on YouTube, but I just feel like all these idiots making. All these celebrities making videos about, like, come on, guys, let's pull together, like Tim Dillon's short clip from Instagram. Just the hypocrisy of these fucking multi might as well be billionaires because they don't, so long as they don't do something so crazy, they don't have to worry about money the rest of their life. And they're going on social media, and I guess they're trying to help, but they're just trying to promote themselves. And these people are like, yeah, we're all in this together. I'm sure y'all have seen this, and it's fucking so hypocritical. Shut your fucking mouths. If there's a riot, you think the security guard at your gated community is going to keep people out? You think that dude's gonna be like, yeah, I'm with them. They pay me real good money. I'm gonna get a boat. Nah, dude, that guy's gonna fucking throw his gun and his fake badge down. No offense, but d- the reason cops make oaths to loyalty, the reason military make oaths to loyalty is not because of money. It's because we feel a deep rooted, deep seated feeling in our heart of duty. And your security guard isn't going to keep you from riots in the street, you fucking pig. Sorry, I'm getting a little Tim Dillon, but I've been consuming a lot of his podcasts, and it's good, but a little dark at times. Um, yeah, it's just these fucking. I think it was President Bush Senior, R.I.P., is quoted in saying, "My God, when they find out what we've done, they'll have us running for the hills." Yeah, man. If this shit goes too south, Trump supporter, anti-Trump, whatever you want to say, if this shit goes too south, it's gonna get ugly. But let's flip it to a little bit more positive note. Um, I got a buddy on the Comfort or the Mercy, whatever naval hospital ship is outside of New York, and we were Snapchatting each other, just using the messenger, a part of the app, and I was just telling him, he's grinding hard. Corey, you're doing a good job, man. He's part of history. That shit's crazy. Never have we deployed those ships. I don't think to the U.S. They always go out and help people. I used to see, even when I was in the Marine Corps and in Buds, you used to see one of them, whatever the West Coast one is, you used to see it docked in San Diego Harbor. So it's pretty trippy. Corey, was in my corpsman school class, and we have a similar last name and somewhat similar shape and look. He's much fitter than I, broader dude, real chill, low key guy. And he was out in Norfolk, and he went out to, I think, Puerto Rico on that ship. And so I guess they just called him back onto the ship, you know, about a year later, to go to New York. And I was surprised he was out in the streets. Out in the streets, he got a hotel, and I figured that shit would be on lock down, son. So yeah, that's some crazy shit. All those people out there, you know, fighting that good fight. They have all this stuff on Snapchat. Some of it's kind of cool. It's like, thank you for our heroes. Um, I don't. How do I put this? I fall into that category. I don't think I'm a hero. I just think it's honorable, if you can, to keep doing the job you were set there to do. And man, it's a tricky one. If cops don't get thanked, you know, like they do, but how often are people really that stoked to be like, thank you, sir, all the time? No, they get a bunch of shit, especially if you get pulled over by one, especially if you get a drinking ticket, you get an open container, you get a speak, and you're not going to be like, thank you for your service. Let me get that, $400 ticket from you. Thank you, sir. You do a thankless job because I didn't sign up for the military for people to pat me on the back. I signed up to fucking kill people. Well, I'm a corpsman now, and that's not, my main role, but if they come at me, I get the fucking... We'll get there. We'll get there when I get back to the infantry unit. So... I've been working out. I'll be more specific. I've been doing kettlebell and Olympic lifts and calisthenics and running. I pretty much do an exercise every day, if not twice a day, but it's hard to kind of count what I'm counting because I'll go run at like 4:35 in the evening. And then I'll go to work. I'll work for a while at night. I do night shift in the ED. And inevitably, even if it is wild and crazy when you walk through the door, Jesus. Even if it is wild and crazy, it dies down. It dies down to one or two patients. One person walks in. You have all these nurses. You have all these techs. You have all these corpsmen and medics. And there's no struggle, though nurses don't tend to help other nurses, which is, if that was our job, we would be fucking hung by our toenails. We have to help everybody all the time. Whatever. Not super stoked on working in a hospital for civilians as a military service member. But again, double-edged sword, catch-22, whatever. I have job security, though I work in a somewhat exposed, like my buddy Corey was asking me how my life is going. Corey's working 12 on, 12 off, which is like, fuck, man. You think it's good, but when I was doing 6 on, 6 off in Afghanistan, if you run off post, shower, eat, and then jump in bed, if you do everything in an hour, you got to wake up 4 hours later, 3.5 hours later, 2.5 hours later to get ready. So you're not sleeping. And I'm sure Corey wants to eat and shower and work out and he's only got 12 hours and sleep. I don't know. He's a younger dude. I don't know if he sleeps 8 hours, but you got to get all of that into that 12-hour break, and then you're back on. And you never know with what you're doing, but New York's taking on. I mean, that hospital ship is taking on all of New York's non-COVID patients. It's crazy. That's a huge, overwhelming task. Very, very overwhelming. So thank you to those people doing that. That's pretty gnarly. I am a Navy corpsman, but I'm not very Navy-rific, Navy-oriented, big ships and all that. Not necessarily warfighters, but when it comes down to it, man, there's a lot of firepower or just a lot of ability, a lot of inertia on these big military vessels. Just crazy capability and influence that these things have. Got a little goosebumps when I saw that thing rolling in. I was like, I know people on that. So that's pretty cool, man. I'm sure a ribbon will come out of that, which is kind of cool. It's kind of ribbons are a weird thing. You don't want to be a ribbon chaser or a medal chaser. Again, I think you should do the job, and if someone decides to appreciate you for that, yeah. But a lot of those things get people want to look better, so they try and get it. They try and fish for it. Not the best thing to do. Not debatable. Whatever. But I'm sure out of all of this, once it's finally cooled down, people will have the COVID-19 ribbon or medal on their chest that they were in the supporting efforts. And it's very, very. It's very. How do I say this? When the New Orleans Saints won the Super Bowl in season 2009, secretaries for the New Orleans Saints that never stepped on the field, that never did anything other than being a regular secretary, but they were a secretary for the New Orleans Saints NFL team, got Super Bowl rings. So what could happen with what I'm trying to say is they could make a COVID-19 support effort ribbon, and everyone that's in the military could just get it. That kind of just marks you as being in that time of the military, because in some way you are in support of COVID-19 relief efforts. We'll see. It's definitely a part of history, wherever your opinion lies on any of it. It's definitely history. History doesn't have to be anything monumental, but I think this is. People are concerned. I don't want to lie and say I'm not one of those people that isn't concerned that certain things are good in the way that this is going. And also at the same exact time, with everything that gets passed in the United States, you have to look at it objectively, whether you're right, left, or you shove it up your ass, whatever it is. You have to look at things objectively and say, oh, this is good that people aren't going out, aren't spreading it, whatever your opinion is. People are wearing masks. People are supposed to wear masks. You have to look at, are our rights getting restricted? And does it take something minuscule to take your rights away in the future, or just totally? You can't go do this because you were diagnosed with this disease, or you weren't diagnosed with this disease, or you have a high temperature. Well, I just ran, pretty hard and fast. I'm hot right now. I was in a sauna, whatever it is. I have COVID-23, common cold. It might be 28. I know someone got diagnosed with that, and the secretary at work, the clerk at work was like, COVID-23. We're like, whoa. And then one of the doctors out of the doc box was just like, it's the common cold. I'm like, oh, less spooky. So this COVID-19, from what I know, is a mutated form of SARS, which something that a virus that attacks the lungs, affects people that are 65 years and older, compromise health and immune systems, people with prior physical ailments, especially with lung. We had an old guy, COVID-19 positive with lung disease. He's still hanging on. Want to know an interesting factoid? We have a COVID-19 clinic, an inpatient, meaning you live there until you are better or whatever it is they decide. Guess how many people we have it? And we get about 3 positive COVID-19 patients a day. About, I would say. Guess how many people we have in beds upstairs in our COVID-19 clinic? 0. 0 people in beds. We have ventilators. We have PPE. We have masks, proper preventative equipment. We have masks, which is part of the PPE. We have, for a second, we were little, but our staff sergeant's like, hey, just everybody calm down. Someone stole 10 boxes of N95 masks. Before this, they were fucking worthless. Before this, you can buy them at Home Depot. Now you can't. Someone stole them. Walked out. Yet to be found. Fucking monsters of human beings. I think someone that straight up shoots someone in the face is a better person than that monster that steals medical equipment. What are you going to give it to your family? You're going to go through 10 boxes? No, you're going to use that for profit. You're going to sell that. You're a fucking garbage human being. And I hope you get caught. And I hope I get to see your face. Yeah. Anyway. I've been exercising, eating better, staying off the sugar-free Red Bulls, which are my favorite. And you know what complements a sugar-free Red Bull just perfectly is a regular size Snickers. When the fuck did these candy bars start saying, "Oh, you want like a big Snickers? Well, we'll give you 2." No, I want like 1. Like I would buy a big big Snickers if it was 1 fucking bar, but it's not. You're getting 2 Snickers. I don't want that. I want a big black dick of a candy bar. So I always get the small one. It's like 220 calories, I think, which is like, I don't know, a mile and a half of running, which is ridiculous. You have to run a mile and a half to burn that. You're always burning calories, but it's 600 calories for a Krispy Kreme donut. Dude, 600 calories. That's almost a fourth of your daily nutrition. You should be consuming around 3,000 calories, right? 600 calories a donut. And what people are doing, or what doctors or providers, physician assistants, would do, one of them in particular would buy Dunkin' Donuts and a box of Dunkin' Donuts coffee and bring it to our break room before any of this. Almost every shift. It's a nice thing. I'm not saying what people aren't doing isn't nice. That's nice. But is the proper fuel for your body as a medical professional donuts? One thing that they mention is like, hey, healthy people are less affected. And the trail I run on, I see a lot of new people running. I see a lot of bigger people starting to run. Good on you. I don't care where you're at and what stage you're in. Start. Always start. If someone fucking judges you, fuck them. They're a piece of shit that steals 10 boxes of fucking medical equipment, vital medical equipment in this time. So that's the type of person you are if you shame someone that's trying to get better. Rant, rant, rant. Rant, rant, rant. Rant, rant, rant. Yeah, I don't feel great. Um, Last night I did 21 minutes of exercise, 11 minutes of work. Kettlebell swings on an estimated completion of, I know for a fact I did 11 minutes of work, but 418 kettlebell swings. I didn't die. My heart rate was pretty jacked. I think it was like 189 my heart rate got to. And went outside, cool off. It's weird because I have to do like this kind of either walk of shame or kind of this kind of, chest out walk. But I go walk outside. I'm like sweaty from working out in a room. It's 12:30 in the morning. Nothing's going on. I can just feel people looking at me like I'm doing something wrong for some reason because I'm not simply playing a video game or watching Netflix on my phone. I'm trying to better myself. But so I did it. I wasn't feeling good the shift before, and I wasn't feeling good this shift. The shift before, I ran 30 something minutes, and then I go to work and I eat, and I haven't been drinking alcohol. I haven't had sugar, and I was like, oh, maybe this is the keto flu. And I get a really bad fucking headache, real bad. I have to go lay down for a little bit. Not much is going on. My shift lead was cool, and he gives me some Tylenol migraine. Helped a little bit. I'm chugging water. Got to, close my eyes. Didn't sleep, but closed my eyes in a dark room for a little bit. Helped. I'm like, fuck, man. Fucking this shit sucks. Recover. Do the little work that there is. Do the stocking we have to do and fucking ride out the rest of the shift until, the wee hours of the morning. Then yesterday, don't run. Do I run? I don't remember if I ran. I might have. And then again, about 12:30 at night, I do my 11 minutes of work, but total 21 minutes. And usually I can go for 30 or more. I'm trying to build up slowly of kettlebell swings or kettlebell workout. 1 minute on, 1 minute off. 1 minute on, 1 minute off. I got to 21 minutes, 11 minutes of work, 418 kettlebell swings. Felt pretty good. Went outside, cold air, did some push-ups, stretched, push-ups, stretched. Changed my clothes. Little bit of work throughout the night. A lot of drama. A lot of these fucking nurses, and they're not all female, but in this instance, they're all female. Just talking shit on one person. Dude, there's a group of nurses. One nurse leaves, and they just talk shit. That person can't do that. There's a corpsman in the group. They leave. They fucking talk shit. They call them over the intercom. One male nurse is on leave. He can't do. And they're just fucking catty bitches. And I'm sorry if you're offended by that. But you are. Shut the fuck up. Stop fucking bitching about other people's lives. I know it's popular. Some might say I'm doing that right now, but you can turn it off. And I'm not saying anyone's name specifically, but it's just the environment. There's cancer-causing environments. If you think that someone's in a fucking unhealthy marriage or unhealthy relationship, and that shit ain't fucking boiling cancer in their body, growing that shit, I disagree with you. So, night shift's good for the most part. It's very chill. I get to see my son when I come home. Get to give him a kiss, maybe spend 15, 30. Usually not, though. Pretty tired. Get to see him. He lights up. He's all happy, which is nice. And then I shower, go to bed. Sometimes I shower before, depending on how many patients I came into contact. Sometimes I don't come into contact at all. And, I sleep for however long. My wife allows me to sleep. And then I'll get woken up. I got woken up today to my boy. He's being super cute. Couldn't get mad at him. And yeah, it's kind of nice. I don't work today or anything, but I get to see him. I get to see him before I go to work. Instead of day shift, I wake up before he wakes up, and I come back after he's asleep. And I don't get to see my son for 2 to 3 days. So it's gonna kind of suck when I go back to days, but I'll be so close to getting the fuck out of this fucking place, man. And I'm not saying the people I don't work for are great, but it's the environment. It's the fucking sassy nurses I work for, dude. It's the people that fucking make a lot of money to not do all the shit they're supposed to do to fucking be privileged. So I'm going to an infantry unit. I told my buddy CJ, who's a CJ Bernius on YouTube. He is a personal trainer. He also has his degree in. I need to write this down. I need a fucking cue card with that shit on it. He has a degree in the shit. He doesn't have bro science. He has actual research. He has a college degree about I think it's like kinesiology with a emphasis on what I don't know. It's complicated. He's smart, bro, dude. Anyway, I'm laying in bed with my wife. My son went to sleep. I took a shower. I'm in bed. She's gonna take a nap. And I text him. I had a text in the box, but I didn't send it last night, and it got too late in the night. So I text him. I was like, "Yeah, man, I've been lifting and running a lot." He goes, "Oh, that's awesome, dude. Good for you. I've been doing this." I was like, "That's cool." He goes, "Are you preparing to go back to SEAL training?" I said, "Unfortunately, no. That's not for a while. And what it's looking like, I might have to get a college degree, become an officer, and then try out for SEAL training. Because enlisted, I don't know. I don't know about that. We'll find out when that shows up, when I'm in good enough shape." And I told him that. I said, once I get in good enough shape in order to interview, to not get laughed out or just, look like a crazy person, show up all fat, or just huffing and puffing. And they'd be like, "Yeah, bro, you're nowhere near your old scores, and your old scores didn't get you through the first time." So anyway, I was like, "Yeah, man, I'm going to infantry." And he's like, "Do you really want to go to infantry? I thought you told me that when you joined the infantry Marine Corps, you were like hungry for war and you kind of wanted to, fuck shit up. And you didn't want that anymore." I told him this would be a great podcast subject. I don't know how to do a FaceTime podcast. I'm sure it's a lot simpler, but I want to talk to him about this. And I did this big long fucking text, and then I reread it and it was all fucking misspelled and shit. But basically what it came down to is certain things are set in motion that I cannot repeal. I have orders to an infantry unit, and I'm going to be their corpsman. When I was in the infantry, we had a doc. We had Doc Carmona, we had Doc Bird. Doc Bird probably still in jail right now. I think he got a 22-year sentence. We had Doc Johnny Sandoval, who fucking fell off the map completely. I tried to find him recently. He's gone. And pretty much for the most part, those were my docs. Carmona was our mainstay doc. Pretty good dude. Pretty good corpsman. He's a good dude. And I'm going to be that. It's a very full circle picture, and I'm very excited about it. Now, are there going to be dumb, young, war-hungry, naive Marines that just want to fucking kill shit? Yeah, of course. I'm not expecting for the breed of Marine to have changed within, the 6-7 years I've been out. I'm looking forward to meeting them. My brethren, this is my people. So I'm going to be there, and the only thing different is I'm going to have US Navy on the same fucking uniform, and my rank will look different, but I'll blend right the fuck in. And my primary job, you can look this up. The primary job is to be the infantrymen just the way they are. You're used as a support to them. You'll carry ammo, you'll do whatever until shit pops off and someone gets hurt, whether it be the enemy or, my fellow Marine, whatever it has. Whatever has it, happens. So that's what I'm going into. And then there's tiers of that. There's levels. And then over here on SEAL side, it kind of starts at the higher level and then kind of only goes up one and then it disappears into fucking CIA type shit. Kinda. So I suspect, or what I kind of believe. No one really fucking knows for sure what those dudes do except for those dudes, and they have their own drama and shit in the media as of recent, and I don't know. You can consume the same media I consumed, probably wouldn't have anything different besides the couple SEALs I've asked about SEAL Team 6, and they're like, yeah, I know people in it, and just, yeah, they do shit. Like, oh, okay. Anyway, fucking SEALs 6, fucking JSOC, Joint Special Operations Command, or, yeah, it's like, that's when they take Delta and all these dudes and they bring them together and they have their missions and clandestine, yada, yada. You can read about it. MARSOC's in that, I believe. Yeah. Well, you have infantry in the Marine Corps. You have recon. Recon didn't want to play ball around 2006 when they said we want a special unit in the Marine Corps that operates somewhat independently like SEALs from the rest of the regular Navy. Oh, well, also, I don't want to fuck this up, but the reason the Marine Corps said no is because the Marine Corps would lose jurisdiction over recon, and recon didn't want to become something different. Recon wanted to remain what they do, and they do fucking cool shit. So, and I think recon's part of like the 31st MEF or something like that. There's this guy that explains it real well. And then, so in 06, they created MARSOC, and people say MARSOC's the same as SEALs. No one's the same as anything. How about we say that? No one's the same as anything. But it is a tier 2, tier 1, something. Not sure. I think SEALs is technically tier 2. 6 is 1. I think Recon's still 2. And I think MARSOC is still 2. Don't know. I can actually ask my buddy. So there's if I want to be high speed fucking operator dude, I have 2 branches of options if I want to try to get back into the SEAL pipeline and go that way. The sky's the limit so long as you fucking can handle it. And then I'm already in the direction of to be a regular general corpsman for infantry Marines to help support them while getting them medically ready, taking care of their charts and shit, which is going to be a pain in the ass because I don't enjoy any type of paperwork. But then there's the operational part where I will go on deployment with them. I will be attached to them. If I go on a boat with them, I have the ability to go up to, sit call and work on the boat as a corpsman on the boat, and I can get a pin, and that's good for promotion and blah, 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 blah. I don't want to be a shitbag. We'll see how that goes. If you're on a boat, it's good to do something, but it's your opportunity to get really good shit. Unless you're on the Comfort or the Mercy, you guys are fucking working your asses off. Try throwing up after a meal. Real good results if you're trying to lose a couple pounds. So yeah. I have buddies going into, the SARC pipeline, which is at Recon MARSOC. Honestly, I talked to this, not honestly, but literally, I talked to a chief in SARC who's a friend of mine. He's a corpsman in SARC or MARSOC. And everything sounds cool. Everything sounds great. But as a corpsman, you still have to see patients as a SOIDC, which is that super high up fucking dude. And what sucks is, yeah, you can get out and be a contractor. And he explained that to me. Even being an infantry marine and a corpsman now, I could get out, be a contractor, and make six figures. What fucking blows my butthole, dude? What a don't dig is you have these people that are these E6s, E5s, good corpsmen. Jesus, Jake. Sorry, the dog. The dog. Oh fuck. There's this feature on iPhones or cameras that they autofocus and it'll do like this zoom in, zoom out a million bajillion fucking times. And I just fixed that. So, 36 minutes in, um, I fixed that annoying problem. Fucking forgot what I'm talking about. Might have COVID-19. My temperature's a little high. Not technically a fever, but it's rising. And I just feel kind of like dog shit, though I'm not on my ass, There's a big difference. I'm still working out. I'm still pushing. I still have an appetite. I'm still, I'm not sweating. I don't have chills or fevers at the moment. I just feel super run down. And again, I don't know if that's keto flu or whatever, or, withdrawals from not drinking alcohol. It's not. But just feel run down. Trying to eat good in the hood. Did have a grilled cheese. That was kind of a little treat. Um, I don't know what I was talking about. Anyway, I talked to a chief in. Oh, I do know what I was talking about. An IDC, Independent Duty Corpsman. It's this fucking big, bold, burly school, I believe in San Diego, in order for you to become an independent duty corpsman. You're I would say that is a nurse. That is a nurse. You see your own patients. You see your own fucking patients. You make diagnosis. You fucking prescriptions. You do all this stuff. You're a nurse or um, a physician's assistant, but you're getting not officer pay like a nurse does. And when you get out, you don't have a nursing degree to be like, hey, I have an independent duty corpsman. That's cool. Well, you have to retake all the schooling in order to become whatever it is you want to be. Whether if it's if it's just like an EMT, you can challenge certain things. You can't challenge a nursing license, at least not that I know. Fucking, I think if that would be the case, I think fucking Foxworth would have handled that shit already. Because that dude's capable, man. So, and then there's SOIDC, Special Operator Independent Duty Corpsman, which is what a recon or a MARSOC corpsman is. They used to just show up and just be corpsmen that, could pass the courses, and they sent them to extra schools so they can know stuff. And the way it was explained to me as these people, say someone gets blowed up, right? Missing arms, missing shit, and helicopters just can't get to the person for a while. Well, a corpsman can sit on them for 6 hours or 12 hours or something, giving them fluids and keeping them stable, right? Well, like a junior SARC can do this many hours, and a fucking SOIDC can do, this, fucking 72 hours in order to take care of them. And it's fucking rad, and I'm interested in that shit. Though I'm not much for some of this stuff. I'm interested in field medicine. I'm not really interested in that. This is what this chief told me. You have to see patients. What? What do you mean? Like my MARSOC dudes? In theory, right? No, I think you fucking sit at a clinic and people come in with itchy fucking dicks and, oh, dog, I fucked a prostitute a week ago and my dick's fucking dripping green sauce. Oh, fucking rat. And he said you have a quota. Dude. And you're not getting officer pay? So, that kind of is a deterrent, though I would like to do it. Yeah. I like to do it, but time's of the essence for me. So something that goes through my mind is, okay, I go do this. I go to the infantry. I have that experience. That experience is whatever it is. I plan on making it a good one. I think it's going to be good for my family. I think it's going to be good to be back with the Marines, especially infantry Marines, not some fucking po-ass bitch unit. You fucking real hard chargers out there. Yeah, I think it's going to be good. And while I'm there, steel sharpens steel. I'm not going to be around, people that are out of shape, that are eating fucking donuts. Thank you, Krispy Kreme, for the free donuts. But, dude, if you could give us some, like, rice and beans, that would be better. I appreciate it. But you don't do that. I understand. Very nice of you. But, fuck. So, I'll go out. I'll do 3 years. I'll do 3.5 years. And I could just be done with that. I have one more duty station, 3.5 years, and I could just go, done. Fucking pack up or stay there, whatever. Recon tryouts are there. So while I'm with Marines getting in better shape, I'm not going to show up out of shape. I'm already doing what I'm doing, and I'm not an out of shape person. I mean, I'm fat, but once I show up, I can start building my reputation at recon screeners. I can start building my package. I can say that, okay, maybe I get denied a lot. Maybe they say we can't pull you from a regular unit. Maybe I don't want to get pulled from a regular unit. But if I show up on my weekends and try out for recon screeners and show them my heart, which I did force to get a Buds contract, if I can prove my character, they're more likely to go, all right, look at this fucking old dude. Pretty good shape. He's staying with it, straight and narrow. Some of me thinks that if I would have stayed on more of the straight and narrow when I was, I started drinking once I got to the point that I got my Buds contract. I started dating this girl. It's not her fault. It's not anybody's fault except my own. My actions are my own. The consequences of my actions and my choices are my own. But I just wasn't that real straight and narrow. I started going out, having fun with people, drinking a little bit, sleeping a little bit later, a little bit less disciplined because I had secured this thing. Thought I had it in the bag. Weird to say. So I'll be out there in California, close to the recon screener, on the same base, and it's a matter of just fucking throwing your name in a hat, it's like bucking a fish. It's just signing your name to a list, just like snipers, which I want to try out for as well. Some of these things, SEAL training, you can evolve in them. You can get better. You can get faster. If you show up not halfway there, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you show up there, you can get better. They can develop you and you can get through these programs. So that's what the Marine Corps is going to do for me. I have to put my effort into it. I have to show up. But I'm going to show up to this place where steel sharpens steel. I'm going to be around people that are fucking looking to go to combat, looking to fight an enemy, looking to get shot at. So that's going to be different. That's going to be different than $100,000 nurses not wanting to do their job and just want to fucking bitch about people. That's different. So now with it all, something I lost this tangent, but something that goes through my head is go infantry, corpsman, be with them, complete that circle, fucking make that happen. It's already happening, right? It is a very big goal for me for this to happen. I'm excited that it did happen this way. I do think about buds, but I'm excited about this. I could keep going, become a recon or MARSOC corpsman, and then later on, this is all very bold, but then later on, I could commission and go to buds, which is harder, but it's a doable thing. The only thing is, time is of the essence. In 3.5 years, I will be 34, maybe even 35. Probably, yeah. 35, man. 35? Ooh, dude. So it's coming up to even, is this even a consideration anymore? Now, I have a buddy named Figs. He quit buds a couple days after. He is year group 2018. This is why I mentioned the officer thing. He is year group 2018. I am year group 2014 because they took my 4 years of military service and they backdated it from when I joined, January 8th, and they backdated it to January 8th, 2014. They said, that's your year group, right? Well, the Navy does one of the dumbest fucking things in the world and says, oh, we need Navy SEALs. We always need Navy SEALs. There's never, we always want a group of fucking dudes coming through here so we can keep fresh dudes here because inevitably people go away, whether it's attrition on like injury, death, or people just getting out. So Figs, has been staying in shape and getting, I think, better shape from what it sounds like from the dude. And he tried out. He got a package together. He also picked up rank. So he's now an E4. He outranks my old ass. And he tried out. He interviewed. And he finally got the word back that says the year 2018 is fully manned for Navy SEALs. What? What do you mean 2018 is fully manned? Well, we only have a certain amount of slots for people from 2018, and we have enough. But don't you need other people? Just in general? Yeah, but you're in the wrong year group. Holy shit, you're fucking retarded. The Navy runs on a retarded system. The advancement rate for my corpsman rating, and we have to take a test, the advancement rate is less than 1%. Insane. The only way right now is to get meritoriously promoted. Or for me, hopefully, fingers crossed, I get my rank back that I believe I deserve because I signed a piece of paper that said, oh, you were a corporal over here? E4? Well, we're going to make you an E4 in the Navy. Well, the ass fuckery of the Navy doesn't allow that, but it's on paper, so we'll see if that gets reinstated. So, why I say, I go corpsman, I go SARC, I go SOIDC, then become an officer, and then try out for buds, because you get rid of that year group shit. If you're good enough to be an officer SEAL, you'll find out through training, and then you'll find out when you're in the teams. I don't believe there's year groups on that. I don't see how there could be. The only thing is, man, okay. I turn 32 in middle of August. All right? So, April. April, May, June, July, August. That's 5 months. I have 3.5 years left. That's 4 years from now. Am I doing things right? I'm tired. In 5 months, I will have 3 years. 3 years and 1 month left. So I'll be 35 months. I'm so stupid. In 5 months, I will have 3 years and 1 month left. Or less than that. So I get out in 23. Yeah. I'll be a few months away. I'll be a few months away from turning 35. I think. Who knows? Math's way too complicated to figure out on this one. I have to send it to NASA. This is going to bother me, but I'm going to spend like 10 minutes trying to figure it out at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm fucking tired. So yeah, we'll see. But a 35-year-old ain't a good look. And if I'm not anywhere closer to being a recon SARC, and I'm just thinking about doing that, whether it's, flip a coin, SEAL or SARC, at the end of 3.5 years. I don't know. We'll see if I'm a triathlete or something by then. We'll see if I'm fucking super duper good shape. If I, keep up with it, stay with it, fucking make some mental breakthroughs, fucking lock up the safe of the brain, make that thing a steel vice. Or if I deteriorate. I plan on getting better. Things don't go always to plan, but I plan on getting better. So, yeah, I think that's it on this one. Sorry, I was a little bit crass. A little bit crass this morning. But this is the way it goes. I might be dying of COVID-19. Let's see what my temp is. I've just felt like shit, Fucking all these millionaires are like, oh, we don't have testing. And then they seem... So you have testing if you're rich enough, apparently. $99.6, so that's not a fever. The thing is, if I have it, then likeliness the whole emergency department has it. Because, there's all these fucking rules now. I was trying to explain this, that, to the guy that's on the Comfort. I was like, yeah, so I went on 14 days of quarantine before this self-quarantine shit came about. And we were all exposed to a patient that was positive for COVID-19. Then they came out with a memorandum, an order, a piece of paper officially saying that we have certain protocols in place. If they are suspected COVID-19, you will follow those protocols. If you willfully violate those protocols to try and go on 14 days of leave, or you neglectfully fuck up and just do your job wrong, basically, and you don't wear a certain thing to keep you from exposure, you can also be tried by UCMJ. I think Army does like Article 13, Article 15. You'll get reprimanded. And it didn't make sense to him at first. I think it does now. That's not saying that you go to the grocery store, some fucking dude sneezes in your face and you get COVID-19, you're going to get reprimanded. That's different. You touch a buggy, you fucking pick your nose and you have COVID-19 now. You're not going up to captain's mast. But if you're an asshole and you go, I want 14 days of leave. So I'm going to walk into that room, talk to that patient, expose myself, and now they have to I think they would quarantine you, but you'd be restricted quarantine. You'd be eating hot rats like a fucking prisoner. So someone got kicked out of the ER because they just a fucking terrible attitude. Put on COVID-19 duty where they stand at the front of the hospital and ask people questions before they enter to hopefully weed out anybody that might be a COVID patient. This person witnesses an entire team get put on 14 days of quarantine. From then, she gets removed from the ED because just not playing ball, not doesn't have the right attitude, has a terrible attitude, is confrontational, not good things. So she's on this working party. She gets exposed to COVID-19, checks in the ER. So people know her. They check her into a room. Nurse says put on a mask. She doesn't put on the mask that's like around her fucking, throat. She doesn't put on the mask. Doctor comes in, says, hey, well, if you think you got exposed and we're going to test you COVID-19, you need to put on your mask. Doesn't put on her mask. And then after that, after a doctor and a nurse multiple times told her to put on a mask, she leaves the room and goes to a place she used to work, which is, the emergency department she's checked into, doesn't wear her mask, gets on a computer and checks her email. Well, guess what's happening to that person? They are going to Captain's Mask. Masked. Mask. Masked. Mask. And it's fucking glorious. It's like one of those things, it's like orgasmic. It's like, is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? I think something bad's going to happen. Oh, it did happen to that person that deserved it. That's fucking, awesome. It's fucking awesome. Like a fucking politician going to jail for life. Like Harvey Weinstein being a piece of shit and going to jail for life, bitch. Like Bill Cosby being a racist and going to jail for life. Fucking amazing. Amazing. So, there's good things that are coming out of this. People are losing their rank. Oh, dude, people in the military have a fucking brain. Dude, they're missing parts of their goddamn brain, which is the logic part of their brain, not the rapper. He's not in people's brains. I heard about this girl when I think when my son was born, so about 9 months ago, I heard about her. And someone was like, yeah, it doesn't really add up. I was like, what? This Corman, she's an E2, saying she has a nurse's degree. But we asked for it, and she's trying to get, instated as a nurse, become an officer. Why wouldn't you mention that before you enlisted into the military? I was like, yeah, whatever. I don't fucking think about it at all. Well, I get an email, and I love this about the military. I love this, especially about our command. I get a all hands email. Everybody gets this. That is at least enlisted. I don't know if officer get it. But it's results of NJP, non-judicial punishment, where officers, an 06 or higher, it's called Captain's Mass or NJP. They are the judge, jury, executioner, and they decide what the fucking law is and if they want to enforce it, how they want to enforce it. So this person lost their rank. They didn't lose much rank, but they lost their rank. They went from E2 to E1, 45 days restriction, half months. Dude, you're making like $1,000 as an E1, and you just lost half of that for a month. Half month's pay. And I think 45 days EMI, which is extra military duty, where you have to check in and do fucking stupid. Dude, you're gonna take out trash. You're gonna hold a sign and greet people as they walk in the hospital. It's awesome because she was convicted of forging nursing documents. First, forging a nurse's degree. She fucking went the extra step. She didn't just lie about it. She fucking turned in documentation eventually. That was fake. Hilarious. Fucking good for you. You won. You're the best. You fucking idiot. Cheers. 6 years military service. Still NJP free. Boom.